Hi guys, in this session we will deep dive into detecting a privilege escalation attack within Sentinel. So what is privilege escalation? If I have to tell in a very simple a layman term, then I would say that if a user has has uh, uh, has a power of doing something, for instance, if a person is working in finance department, so he should to have access to loading all the financial documents. But if someone has has escalated his rights to the admin level, let's say in Azure, so he can create a user, he can delete a user, he can do a lot of things. So basically, without going into too much depth, we just we take an example, and just give you guys a hands-on scenario where I could take an example that the user within my tenancy called Adam Smith is going to elevate another user uh, account, and we need to alert. We need to get a detection use case for this. So before wasting time, we're going to go to the Microsoft Entra and see the user. Yeah, so we're going to take example of this user called Zoja Kishan. So we can see that user has assigned role, just a directory reader role. I will make it very simple, just to show you. It can go in detail, a lot of complex issues, but I'll take it very simple, just to just feel the hands-on capacity. So this user Zoja Kishan has just only directory level role, so it needs to be elevated to the more role. But before that, because we want to initiate the alert, so before that, what we're going to do, we're going to go and build a detection use case. And by doing so, we're going to go to our Sentinel instance. We go to the configuration tab, and within analytics, we're going to go and we're going to create a scheduled query rule. So we hit create and create a scheduled query rule. So now here we're going to put the name, and then we're going to put the description, and severity we can leave it like medium. And now this is the very important part, we need to map it. So this is belongs to privilege escalation, and we're going to go here, account manipulation, and this is the right thing. The subcategory is 0.003 of T1098. Now this is the most important part, where we worked on the rule, KQL rule. So we need to understand from where the logs is coming. So any activity which a user has been elevated, granting another role or privileges, these sort of roles logs gone to the audit logs tab here. So we are using that one. So now we're gonna work on that. We will test the query. So most important thing is that the query should have no syntax error. As you can see, it's no error, there's no log at the minute, so it's fine. Now we're going to go and build an entity mapping. This we're going to use account, a name identifier, initiated by user. Another we can use account, and this time we will use target user, and we'll make it 5 minutes just to make sure that we get it the detection rule triggered, just to show you. And it's just greater than 0 means if anything more than 0 it's gonna detect the alert. So we'll leave it like that, and we'll leave everything as it is, and then we can hit save. So now you can see this one I created earlier, but now this is the right now we've created 1098, right? Now we will have to run the query, and for this we have to make sure that the event generated. So now we're gonna go and we're gonna use the Kashan account. You can see now this user has only reader role at the directory level, so we can elevate, we can give more higher role like security admin. You can see, you can make sure it's there. So now you can see this user has successfully escalated their rights to the new more powerful role. So now we're going to go and see our Sentinel instance and see the rule is triggered or not. So time now is 6:28, so maybe we have to wait few minutes. So as you can see, make sure we put all. It was before, so I want it was on 811. I did create it a few days ago, but I wanted to make sure that I did it right now. So I want to make it that I want to make sure that the activity which is done a few minutes ago, that will trigger. So we have to wait for a minute or two, or maybe 5 minutes. So I think now it should trigger the alert. So what we have to do, we just refresh it and see. Yes, we can go because we've got two rules enabled. This one we've just did it now, so you can see just only 6:43. We have done about 5-10 minutes ago, so it's 6:36 is time. So the rule has been triggered. What we have to do for investigation, we can just click this one from here, or we can just go here, full event full detail, and you can see if we click the events, so the event will pop up and it will run the key. If you just put it the KQL mode, so here you can see it will bring the time, and these are the columns which we need. So here there's a very important thing, that initiated by user, who done this. So this is where you can have a look that Adam Smith is a legitimate account within their tenancy. So as an investigation, as an analyst, what you have to do, you have to make sure you have an idea that this has been done by a legitimate account, but you have to make sure with the customers, you will raise the ticket and you will confirm with the customers, and you can see the target user here. So looking this, it looks like an benign positive. So once you got confirmation with the customer, what you have to do, you have to just, first of all, you have to assign yourself, assign to me, and then you have to close the incident, and you have to choose benign, positive, suspicious, but expected. Test. You can put a test and you can close it down. So this is simple exercise where you learn uh, this attack, how this attack would trigger, what are the detection use case we're going to use, and how do you investigate and make sure. So now, if you can't see initiated by account is legitimate, so you have to raise the ticket with the customers, speak to the customers. If the customers could not confirm with you, then what you have to do, you have to disable the account and revoke the session. So this is it. Thanks for watching.